Hello champs, come on in. So it's a bit windy. We'll get into the man cave today because it is a windy day, although it's blue again, which is fabulous, right? Okay, here we go, come on in. All right. Oh, there's my coffee cup. That's not good. I'll be in trouble for not bringing that in to wash. All right, so here we go. We're back in the Man Cave of an Acting Teacher. The t-shirt today is actually one given to me by my 2017 group from the Applied Art of Acting 3-month full-time course, with some very odd, strange things written on it that are apparently quotes from me. All right, I won't go into them in detail, but those students who might be seeing these will resonate with you. Thank you for the t-shirt, lovely gift for me to remember you by. All right, so we are back, okay? Now, a couple of things I'll talk to you about today. What are they? Okay, number one is a question that was asked of me by a student, Esther. Thank you for your question. And I'm sorry it took so long to get back to you. I got a little bit packed up with them there, and I think I missed yours, so I'm sorry. But it was to do with what is the etiquette at the moment with sending your showreel material, your bio, and your headshot out to the people in the business, right? And the other question that was asked of me was to do with making your own work. And should you work for free? All right. So the answer to these questions are so, right? So for Esther's question, what is the etiquette, right? So in general, right, the etiquette, as I said in a previous video, send your material to casting directors and agents with a nice cover letter, okay? And then do it again in 6 months' time, all right? So what does that cover letter look like? That's really important, yeah? It should be brief, all right? Hello, my name is David Scott. Thank you very much for your attention. I would like you to keep my material on file, which you will find in the attachments, and I'd like you to keep me in mind for any future productions that might suit me. Something along those lines for your casting director, and for your agents, something similar, except I'm looking for representation, and I would be very pleased if you would consider me for representation with your agency. And I look forward to meeting you if possible at some stage. All right? Simple as that, okay? Keep it nice and brief, right? If you want to write yourself a nice little cover letter for your email that you're sending out and you want me to check it over for you, just send it on to me, all right? I'll check it over for you, free of charge, like most things are at the moment, right? It'll keep me busy. It'll take me no time at all to fix it up for you if it needs fixing up, but I'm sure it will be fine, all right? So yeah, then you send those out. Now, what about now, right, in the middle of COVID-19 season, right? Agencies and casting directors are still open, okay? So you send them now. There is no problem with sending them now. In fact, in a lot of ways, it's a good time to send them now. So casting directors and agents, they're going to be dealing with contracts and things that are still ongoing from before the crisis began, and they're going to be preparing themselves for when this crisis ends, okay? Because when it does, a lot of projects will be requiring casting and will be requiring casting ricky-tick because they will have been pushed back and they'll want to start as soon as they're allowed to start. Remember, our business, the business of the arts and making movies and theatre, is crippled at the moment. We can't do anything because everything we do is communal. Everything we do is assembly-based. And we can't just all get together with a cast and a crew and make a movie now. We're not allowed. Yeah, we can't go and put on a play in a theatre. We're not even allowed to open a theatre. Yeah, so all of those things have been kind of put on the long finger, and when this is over, they're going to be kicking off pretty damn quick, right? I mean, even Matt Damon is stuck in the country somewhere here on the East Coast, right? Because he was going to start shooting a movie here. You know, he's going to want to kick that project off as soon as possible, if possible, once this is over. Yeah, more than likely. I don't know the guy, right? Okay, so yeah, send your stuff out now. It's a good time because even though they're dealing with contracts from before and dealing with what's going to happen after, they will have a bit of time on their hands. More than likely, they'll have more time on their hands right now to click on your showreel material and have a look. And even better again, they might look at you and think, oh yeah, that project that is going to start off ASAP as soon as this is all over, that person might be really interesting for that. I might get them to send me a self-tape now. I can send them on a script or the sides for the project, get them to send a self-tape now. Those things are still happening, yeah? Okay. Now, the next question, right, that I was asked to broach with you, right, and to sort of put out there is, should I do my own work, right, and should I do work that is unpaid, okay? So let's cover the first one first. Doing your own work, absolutely, do your own work, yeah? Put on a play yourself. It costs around about $4 grand to put on a play, right, in a small venue in Dublin. if you buy the rights to a play, that is, because you do need to buy the rights to a contemporary play if you want to do that. Classical plays you can just put on for free of rights because they're in the public domain, okay? So you do have to pay for rights. What you do then is you market it, you rehearse it and put it up on the stage in the new theatre or the Teachers Club, one of the smaller venues, and you invite everybody you know along to it, including all the casting agents and the casting directors and all the reviewers of the big newspapers, whether they come or not, and get them there if you can, yeah? And you can't do that right now, obviously, because all the theatres are closed, but down the track, yeah, do that. So you do need to save up a bit of money or borrow a bit of money off your grandma or someone like that, and then get as many people in to see it, charge them a small amount, 15 quid a ticket or whatever, and if you put it on for a week or 2 weeks in a venue like, 60, 80, 90 seats, more than likely you'll get your money back, okay? Around about. You're not going to make any huge profit. You might make a loss of a few hundred quid, but certainly you're not going to make a terrible loss if you can get everybody you know and they know to come along and be really proactive with your promotion. Okay, so yeah, these are ways in which you can get casting directors and agents to come and see you outside of sending your casting or your details to them every 6 months, as I said in a previous video, all right? Short films, okay? Anybody can make a short film now, right? If you need any help to structure your film, okay, that's another class that I offer. It's another service that I offer. I can help you with that. But you can make a film right now on your phone. The camera on your phone is fantastic, yeah? And plus, there's handycams and DSLRs that are affordable as well. But you can make a movie on your own phone, and there's editing software available that's free, absolutely, So look that stuff up, yeah? Once you've got your short film made, enter it into all of the short film festivals, yeah? There's loads of them out there. And you can just look them up online, and there's actually kind of search engines where you can enter your film into multiple film festivals. Check out the ones that are affiliated with the Academy Awards. Okay, you just never know. Like Stutterer, you might end up standing up there, win an Academy Award if your film is clever and brilliant, like that one was. But yes, for sure, there's no reason why you shouldn't be making your own work like that. Feature films as well. You can make a feature film, It's harder, obviously. It's a tricky thing to try to do. There's a lot of logistics involved. But if you can get the right people together and supportive people who will stick it out, you can make your own feature film as well, all right? So should you work for free? The answer is absolutely yes. Now, I know a lot of people will be going, hey, Alan Dave, no, we don't work for free in the arts. We don't work for free in our business. I deserve to be paid. And that may be true, okay? But if you don't work for free, early on at least in your career, you won't do anything much unless you're making your own stuff, all right? There's going to be a lot of people out there who want to make short films, feature films, who want to put on plays, who can't afford to pay themselves and can't afford to pay their actors, who can barely afford to pay to put the thing up, right? If you can get involved in that stuff and it takes off, you just never know where that stuff's going to go, yeah? So yes, absolutely. Now, obviously, don't work for free for somebody who can afford to pay you and should be paying you, obviously, all right? And that means like a big company or a big organization, a big production company, those guys should be paying you. Don't do a TV commercial for, some business that is loaded. They should be paying you a lot of money. And if they're not paying you or they're paying you a small amount, you're being exploited, yeah? Don't allow yourself ever to be exploited. But absolutely do projects for people who are struggling themselves, yeah. I mean, look, if someone asks you, hey, Dave, can you help me out here? I can't afford to pay you, but I'm making a feature film. We're on zero budget, we're starting out and we're very serious about our work. I did one of them recently for a mate here in town, right? Down here in Arklow where I live. And the film did really, really well, And that guy, who knows, if he was going to be working on that Matt Damon movie when it starts off, actually, as well, as part of the crew. You just never know. I mean, in 5 years, 10 years' time, he may be the next Steven Spielberg of Ireland, and he'll remember me, hopefully, right? And, then I might get a paid gig of some sort down the track. You just never know. Right now he can't, but who knows where he's going to go. Certainly his work ethic leads me to think that he's going to do great things sometime down the track. So don't be afraid to work for nothing. Just don't work for nothing for people who can afford to pay you properly. Okay, that's important. Yeah. All right, great. So look, yes, create your own work, and remember, right, that those big actors out there like Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson and Matthew Broderick and Tom Cruise and Russell Crowe and Mel Gibson and all of those guys, you might think that they're sitting there getting handed roles. Have a look at who's producing their movies. They are. They're producing their own work. They're not sitting around waiting for someone else to hire them to do a project. Yeah, sure, of course, you know, that would be great, and we love that when we go for an audition for something that's got nothing to do with us, and then suddenly we're involved in that project, we get hired into it and paid well. Lovely, great, all the better. But even the big people, even the big guns out there, they have to make their own work. They're creating their own TV series, they're creating and producing their own films, they're writing their own stuff. You know, I mean, look at Clint Eastwood. I mean, Clint Eastwood, you know, he wrote the music for Mystic River. You know, he's a very clever man. He's not just an actor who gets hired to do westerns. He's a producer and a director and a writer and a musician. You know, just because we're actors doesn't mean that that's all we are. We can branch into lots of different fields, and the more of those different things you get involved in the making of art, the better you get at them. And who knows, you might not end up acting down the track at all, but might become some great director. You know, I've seen that happen, absolutely. You just don't know where things are going to end up for you, but if you are involved and creating, the sky's the limit. Alright guys, that's all I'll talk about for today, and I'll see you tomorrow. I hope you're enjoying these videos. Sun's out again, bit cooler today, but the sun is out, so let's enjoy it, right? And again, if you want any classes from me, or any of your self-employed friends who are currently struggling, the self-employed people who normally work with groups and things, make sure you get out there and keep yourself busy by working with them online. Alright guys, have a nice day. See you later.